Morning, YouTube. How's it going? Today's subject is discouragement of military service. Honestly, I think I might have discouraged a lot of people from joining any branch of service, like the Marines, mainly, Army, Navy, Air Force, or hell, even the Cub Scouts. There was this one kid many, many years ago that I used to work with, and boy, was I wrong. I was wrong about this kid. His name was Eduardo Torres. You might have heard about him, the Del Cerro killer, back in 2017. Yeah, you can look him up. Anyhow, at my other job, I worked with this kid. This kid was quiet. He was part white, part Mexican. Good kid, to a point. Well, I know he used to get bullied a lot when he was in school. And I remember talking to him a lot of times, because I was management overseeing him, all that shit. He seemed to be a kind of normal kid, but always confused. And, he was a little hellraiser. So, frankly, I see it this way. He asked me about military service, and I told him, I go, well, what branch you planning on going in? He goes, Marines. I go, Marines. Uh-huh. And he tells me that he could run the 50-yard dash, and he could do all these things, and I'm like, huh. Yeah, you think the 50-yard dash is going to get you in the Marine Corps, or them to trust you, or them to even waste their time even training you? No. What matters is up in here. If you don't have realistic expectations, there's no way in hell they're going to take you in. Guess what? 4F, you're out. No service. Sorry. Thanks for asking. Have a nice life. Goodbye. But anyhow, he comes back to me and he tells me, what do I think about him joining the Marines? And I told him, I go, they won't want you. I go, because number one, you have a problem following orders. Two, you don't really bring much to the team helping out. And second of all, if we have to ask you to do stuff that's common knowledge, like clean this and do that, and you give us a struggle, that means you have a problem with authority. And that's something they won't put up with. Now, that being said, and I told him straight that if there was ever a combat situation, you're the type of guy that'll get everybody killed. And I know I'd be pretty accurate on that. However, like I told him straight, and I know this offended him, and I don't care. I told him that he'd be the guy that faints. He would faint at the sight of ketchup, to be honest with you. And a couple years after he got fired from the job, he ends up, I'm not going to go into detail of what he did to the women up in Del Cerro, but the thing is, he just, what he did was unimaginable. But he did murder one lady, and it was on the news. And believe me, when I heard the news, it was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it, and I couldn't have been not more wrong. But he did kill somebody, and he did rape someone else, and he attempted a home invasion, and now he's spending the rest of his life in prison. And I would look back on that and say that I feel bad, but I don't. Because what I told him was spot on. And I'll tell the next person who has unrealistic expectations, they're not fit for military service. They're not. And, the military is only made for those who want it, those who seek it, those who are willing to make a change in their life. It's not just for the cash. But the thing is, what can a person do to actually want to join the service? They ought to think to themselves, what do I do to contribute to this country? What could I possibly do to make a difference? What could I possibly do to have the man in front of me as well as behind me trust me? Those are questions that nobody can answer. Because the person in life knows what to do whether he does or not. So just look at it this way. If you're not prepared in your life to actually make sacrifice or take chances, then you're not fit for military service. Hell, the way I see it, not even the Cub Scouts would want to employ you. But then again, who knows? To each their own, and to each their own gifts. So, if you want to join the military, have realistic expectations. Not just go in there, pick up a gun, and kill. It's not like that. Be focused. Love your country. I love my country. So if you love your country, that is all you need to know. You want to make a difference? Make a difference. But it's not always about kill. It's about doing what's right. And that is the way I discourage people from joining the military. If they don't got realistic expectations, don't waste time wasting others. Take care.